Hey there, everyone, and welcome. This is Kate with Adventure Bound Fitness and Nutrition and the Empowered Health 7-day program. You're on day one, the kickoff of the full IBS 7 Days of Empowerment Challenge, which is basically like a crash course through the first bit of the Empowered Health program, the full program. So welcome, everybody. I am excited. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we dive into this short presentation, if you want to grab a pen and paper real quick, now's the chance to do it. Just giving you a little overview of how the challenge is going to run. Because basically, I want to show you how to go from stress to bliss and gassy to classy. But no, really, in the next 7 days, we're going to start laying out the path on how to sort of beat the blow, get back energy, and get your confident body on track while feeling your best health yet. Gut health is not always simple. It is definitely controversial and not always understood by many health professionals, and it's very unique to each individual. So first of all, I want to make sure you get validation on your feelings and your struggles and what you've been going through. It is incredible the different stories people have. I also want you to get answers to some of your big questions and hopefully your small ones too. And I want to show you a path to start restoring your body. So let me give you the details on how this 7-day challenge will work, since it's sort of like an overview of the full program I use. So sort of imagine this is what people will see in the 7 days or the full program. So what if you could stop being afraid to eat, or being afraid of what repercussions certain foods could have, being afraid to like open your cabinets and figure out what to eat for dinner, and just not knowing how it's going to affect your body, your energy, your digestion, feeling trapped to the bathroom. Or what if you could become more energized, sleeping better, less pains and aches, more energy because you actually absorb some of the nutrients that you eat? Or maybe what if you could feel confident just going out socially or taking a trip or going hiking and not having to worry about the schedule or the bathroom or anything like that, and just finally feeling right in your own body? That may sound like it's stretched, because especially for people who've been struggling for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, that just sounds impossible, but it's not. And over the next 7 days, I want to give you an overview of the blueprint of how to make this happen. So right now you might be wondering, is this challenge for me? All right, I've tried everything. So what I want to say is this challenge is for you if you're motivated and maybe you've been working really hard to sort of lose the weight or beat the bloat or reach whatever your goals are, and you feel like you've hit a wall and you're held back because of fatigue or pain or digestion or lack of motivation and accountability. I want to provide accountability. I want to provide education. Or maybe you want a predictable system for reducing inflammation and digestive discomfort without starving yourself, without having to cut new food after new food after new food, restricted list, and, well, try this, maybe it'll work, and try that, maybe it'll work. So you want to understand the root cause and the system, and for this to last for life. And maybe you've tried everything, you've seen a bunch of different specialists, you've had scopes, and nothing works. No one has the answer. And sometimes you start to wonder, like, maybe it's just in my head, and maybe there's nothing actually wrong with me. All my labs keep coming back normal. And you just feel like you're going to be stuck for life. So if any of those resonate for you, then I am glad you're here, because that doesn't have to be the way it goes. So why am I doing this for free? Well, in short, because I've been involved in health and nutrition over half my life. And since I became a registered dietitian over 15 years ago, I have an insatiable desire to research and understand and dig. And so I have done research on my own. I've had advanced trainings. I've done mentorships, and I have just been seeing how wrong modern medicine and conventional nutrition programs are. This calories in, calories out doesn't cut it. So, little introduction. Who am I? Why should you care what I have to say? My name is Kate. I'm the owner of Adventure Bound Fitness and Nutrition. I am a registered dietitian, a personal trainer, and a yoga teacher. I specialize my studies into gut health and inflammation and whole lifestyle coaching, because it all matters. And we will talk about the 6 spokes of health over time as we go. I am absolutely sick and tired of fighting against conventional medicine and conventional nutrition that dictates like, oh, IBS, that's for life. Here's a pill, or whatever the diagnosis is. GERD, Crohn's disease, UC, fibromyalgia, migraines, whatever it is. I am absolutely sick and tired and annoyed at the lack of preventative healthcare in our system that simply wants to check you off their health insurance protocol boxes, that standards of care are written by the pharmaceutical and healthcare industries, and they just want to give you a diagnosis and a Band-Aid cover. So absolutely, I am using this time as well to hop on my soapbox and give some mini lessons on optimal health habits that I truly believe are at the root of so many problems. And I want to get you moving forward in the right way. And if we hit it off, then and only then we can discuss working together long term. But until then, let's just enjoy the ride of the 7 days, see where you're at, see what goes on, and see what you want to do from there. So what can you expect if you follow the next 7 days to the letter? And then if you did decide that you want to work long term through the Empowered Healing Program. So what I do want to say to you, this is my commitment to you in the 7 days. So I don't have time in 7 days to give you everything. But I promise I will give you the best of me now. I want you to have some takeaways, and people do see results in the short term, and then we can exponentially increase those long term. But since I can't give it all now, my commitment to you is to give you my best in this short time. No matter what you decide to do in the end, to work with me or not, to do another free challenge or not, to join my Facebook group or not, doesn't matter. I still make the commitment to try to give you some stepping stones and information. I want to give you relevant, usable information to implement immediately. Now, you will see immediate results. Most people do, or there's something else going on, and that's a different story. But you're going to see results, and then we can compound on that down the road if we want to. When it comes to digestion and bloat, you can see this client lost 8 pounds in 5 days, and then continued a steady drop of 21 pounds in 6 weeks. And yeah, 8 pounds in 1 week, that's a lot of water weight. You know, most people should understand that's not fat loss in 1 week. That's water weight. But you know what? Excess water weight is dangerous. It is a sign of inflammation, and inflammation is at the root of low energy, health issues, digestive issues, leaky gut, permeability, and so much more. So when the body is inflamed, it's going to fight you on weight loss, it's going to fight you on digestion, it's going to fight you on pain issues, it's going to fight you on sleep, and so many other things. And we'll get into that during the 7 days. Likewise, this other client, she also dropped 5 pounds in the first 5 days, and then she decided she wanted to work longer and tackle her Crohn's disease. She wanted to get that under control. So yes, absolutely. She admits that the full program, it is super, super, super hard, but it gave her back her quality of life. So that's kind of what I'm asking you guys to do for 7 days. Just dig in. It may be hard, but this is a step in the right direction of healing and getting back the life you want. So if you're ready to take that first step of being empowered, this challenge is a great way to get that started. So quick overview of how the challenge works. First, there's going to be an empowered cheat sheet that you're going to follow every day for the challenge. And I'll show you that and talk about it a little bit more in a minute. Then I'm going to go live inside Facebook twice a day, once in the morning to get you motivated, give you a little bit of basic information, and get you a daily accountability task to do that day. And often there are questions that people have. So I'm also going to hop on again at 3 p.m. for a live Q&A to answer questions you might have. And I'm also going to dive deeper at that point into a more IBS digestion related topic. And again, more info on all of these in a few slides. And then we'll finish it off on that final Thursday. There's going to be a graduation workshop to give you more information and next steps. So you can register now on the link in the video or on the link in the cheat sheet. So let's look at that cheat sheet in a little bit more detail. So you're going to follow this every day. The idea is to start with estimating portion sizes rather than actually tracking calories. Now that can come along later, there's no problem with it. But for now, we're just looking at portion size to start. And you're going to mix and match foods off of the provided food list and plate it into the portions like the sheet shows. Now, if you are following a special elimination diet or restricted diet of some sort and you do not feel comfortable veering off of that, that's okay. You can modify this for vegan or keto, autoimmune or low FODMAPs. You know, in the short term, every person's diet is going to be a little bit different and tailored to them. But in the long term, no one should have to fully restrict whole foods. If so, something isn't right in your GI and you're simply masking symptoms. You're not dealing with the root cause. But for now, at the very least, follow this clean eating food list and portion control pattern, or modify it to your more restrictive list that you feel comfortable on. So you can download the cheat sheet and the food list from the links. Again, that'll be with the video, or just off the Facebook group in the files section. So the daily task. This is just going to be something small, like a picture of you with your meal or a selfie, your favorite snack, something like that. It's going to be done each day. I'll let you know at the 8 a.m. video what that is. And so make sure you've turned on your post notifications and favorited the group so that you get all of that. But the idea is just to stay involved, build a community, comment on each other's posts, share your stuff, have fun, be playful with this. The more you put in, the more we all get out of it. So, and as I believe in 6 pillars of health, in addition to the 6 pillars of success, along with the wheel of health. So we'll talk more about that as we go, but this is just a taste of the pillars. So one is to be involved and find and create an environment of support and community. So the live Q&A, 3 o'clock. So again, I get it. Dealing with inflammation, gut health, autoimmune issues, hormone imbalance, it is all very confusing and often very conflicting. There are different schools of thought and a lot of disagreement in the medical field, and media gets things crazy all the time, so I understand. So each morning, I'll give that little bit of info, kind of drop some tips on nutrition and the lifestyle. Then later in the day, I want to be available to go deeper on a different topic each day. I am a huge proponent of educating and understanding why things are what they are. That is part of that empowerment pillar of success. And so I want to be available to answer questions and kind of clarify whatever's going on. So again, you can either hop on live or share questions on the group. And if other people can't get around to answering them, then I'll try to address them at the 3 o'clock video. And then finally, bringing it all together. On Thursday evening, I'll be sharing sort of the next steps. What you need to do, though, is I want you to complete the whole challenge, and that does include coming to the workshop. The 7 days is just a foundation. You can't undo a lifestyle of damage and disease, or even 10 years in 7 days. So I want to make sure you understand some tips for maintaining that progress that you gained. And again, it'll be live, so there's a Q&A at the end if you have any questions about how I work or clarification or other resources that you'd like access to. So just make sure you register from the link below or the cheat sheet. So, ready to get started? Here's what we're going to do next. First, complete today's accountability task, which is simply posting your little selfie introduction in the Facebook group if you haven't already. 2, hit the link in the description below this video or from the files section on the cheat sheet to download the food list and the cheat sheet and read through it. Graduation workshop, register for it. It's Thursday evening. You can use the link in the description or through the cheat sheet link. And finally, get ready to kick things off at 8 a.m. tomorrow. I would love for you all to have your food ready to go tomorrow, but I get that that is ridiculously unrealistic. So at the very least, start getting familiar with the food list and the meal planning so that on the weekend you can go out and shop and get ready for a clean eating, anti-inflammatory diet program. So I'm excited to work with you on this. I'm glad you're here. I hope we can get you some answers, some validation, and get you some help and get you started on the right path. And I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.